In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, I bear witness there is no God but Allah, and I bear witness that Muhammad is indeed his messenger. I greet my brothers and sisters, family members and viewers. In the greeting words of peace, we say Assalamu alaikum. I'm here with Sister Janet. Would you like to give some greetings, sister?
Brothers and sisters, welcome to FahjrShow.tv and on the radio as well. I'd like to extend greetings. We've had loads of encouragement over the past couple of weeks, haven't we? Which has been really nice, brothers and sisters, so keep it coming. It's nice to get some feedback, and it's nice to be able to serve one another in the way that we need to be served, and give credit where credit is due. You know, a lot of the time we hear a lot of stuff, or a lot of comments, a lot of negativity, like if we do something wrong, bad news spreads fast. So it's nice for good news, you know, for us to be sharing good news, because every time we give, we also receive. And we had a wonderful response from my own brother. Hi Patrick. We had a wonderful comment from him as well, so thank you. You know that we love you, and we love you all, brothers and sisters, and thank you for sharing time with us and being patient with us as we grow and develop, and as you grow and develop, and we start to move and grow and develop as a family. So Assalamu alaikum, Genesis, FahjrShow, family.
And patience and humility is the key, I guess, because we're growing and developing, and in our building society we're growing and developing. And you know, FahjrShow TV spreading right the way around the globe, sister. I was looking at some of the statistics, you know, on the YouTube site. You can look at the statistics for your videos, and you know, we're being watched in places like Russia and Pakistan and Iran, as you know, as well as in the United States and Australia, Japan. You know, it's amazing. It's quite daunting actually when you really start to study it.
And I think that's the beauty of radio or even TV, that you can just, you know, the word goes forth and it plants a seed, and you don't know where the trees are coming up or where the plants are coming up. But again, it can be quite daunting at times, because we're actually growing in front of the camera. You know, our family to a degree is in front of the whole camera, in front of the camera, which means it becomes very public, which means that our mistakes sometimes can be very public.
That's right.
So it means that we have to learn to be patient with one another, because as one person steps forward, you know, it makes space for those who are coming behind. So it's about us learning how to be patient with one another.
Patience. FahjrShow TV, building society, does what it says on the tin.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, sister, this is part 3. We started 2 weeks ago with the first part of the Building Society, your trilogy. Well, I guess it's a trilogy. I don't know if I'm jumping the gun by saying trilogy. I don't know how many parts you want to do it in, but the first part was shift work. Yeah. Very interesting, where we talked about shifting from one level of existence to another, generational shift, as well as, you know, doing the shift work, doing our part in raising a family in pieces, you know, in a time-honored fashion.
Good memory.
Good memory. Yeah. Well, I do my homework, brothers and sisters.
Go ahead. Yeah.
We talked about the second week. We talked about family reunion, which, you know, rebalancing the family. As we know, or you may not know, our families are really out of whack. You know, particularly in the black community, our families are really unbalanced, and we as a people are really unbalanced. So the family reunion, rebalancing act needs to be incorporated, and that's a very deep one also. You know, and what we were left with last week, we were talking about pairs and parents, you know, and different types of pair balancing one another, and us being a pair. And you gave that wonderful example about your mother.
My mum.
With the pairs, the different types of pairs, and highlighting the different types of pairs, and they all looking different, but being in unity, unity. You know? And
they're all part of a family, because I can be you can have I don't know, a Sweet Williams pair, or a Conference pair, or an avocado. A Williams, yeah. I can't even remember what it's called. I'm sure it's a Williams. Anyway, a Conference pair. You can have a Chinese pair. Let's use another example that he's heard of. A Chinese pair, avocado, and there's different types of avocado, but all of them are pear. And that's very much like us as black people. You know, we look different. We have different shades, different colours, different attitudes, come from different tribes and families, you know, have different slang and twangs, and, you know, all different kinds of ways of expressing ourselves. But that doesn't stop us from being a family. And as long as we see ourselves as that, we can't be disunited. And that's where the family reunion comes from. Because if I see myself as a member of the black community and as a member of the black family, then if someone's coming to interfere with that and cause division, then we can see that, and then we can try and close up those gaps so that our children don't feel like orphans. Because if I'm not able to be there for my child, then that means that one of my sisters should be there, or another auntie. A family member of mine died, my cousin died, and she was very young, and she had 2 girls. She had 2 older girls and 1 baby girl, and automatically they went out to different family members. 2 of them went to America, and one is going to Canada. So family members are automatically adopting the role as mother. And you know, as a mother, I need to know that my children are going to be taken care of if I'm not there. As mothers, we need to know that. We need to be secure in that.
Yes, ma'am.
That there's going to be someone who's going to adopt the role of mother, or even father, you know, if we're not, if we don't have that in the lives of our children. Anyway, let's move on. Let me take off my glasses because they're reflecting so much and it's disturbing me. Our title today is called Mind the Step. Now, you know, it's one of the things that we really take for granted is step parents, step parenting, and step families. And considering there are approximately 18 million people in the UK who are part of a step family, now that's just a statistic, and statistics don't really mean anything because they tend to deal with white people. They don't tend to look so much at us, which means that you can
because
probably,
of our numbers.
because of our numbers, and because
here in the UK.
Yeah, no, it's not even that. But because we don't register ourselves as living together, we don't register as being a family.
Pair.
Yeah, so
Rents.
Right, so sisters.
We just pay rent.
Yeah, if you're blessed, you know. What tends to happen is sisters tend to live in their own place, and brothers tend to live in their own place, and they adopt the step family stance or the step family role for like over the weekends.
But that's for
during the
financial
week,
reasons, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, but we're still not registered as being a family unit. So if we're not registered as a family unit, then it won't come up on the statistics.
So we adopt the step parent stance. We adopt it ourselves.
When we feel like it, yeah. So like with brothers, say, they don't register that they're living in the same place as a female. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if a brother doesn't register, say like me and you are living together, and you're not registered as living here, it's just me and my children who are registered as living here, then you won't necessarily count on the statistics because they think you're living elsewhere. Okay?
So therefore we adopt the stance of single parents.
Yeah.
A single parent. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so we're really living a single life part of the time, and we're living a step family life the rest of the time. So we alternate and we interchange dependent on how we feel and how it suits us. But if we
explain that what you said we adopt the stance of living a step parent as well as a single parent. Can you explain that a bit more?
Well, what tends to happen with us brothers and sisters is that we, because of the responsibility that's put on us, you know, as a family unit, whether it's bills, whether it's paying your TV license, you know, all of those different things, what we tend to do is we tend to live separately. We don't, it's very, very difficult to live as a family unit and make that kind of commitment. So what we tend to do is we tend to say, well, I'll have my place and you have yours. And when I have my place and you have yours, we're not actually living and cohabiting as a family unit. We're still single people, but adopting the role of a step family when we feel like it, like when it's convenient, like on the weekends or in the evenings if you want to come over for some dinner or whatever. Do you understand what I'm saying?